Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Good trap, good trap.
21, 21.
No, no, no.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and
8. This is Mostert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark. Raheem Mostert, he was great in that NFC title game, 220 yards. But Super Bowl, 58 yards on 12 carries, though. He did score the touchdown in the third quarter to put the Niners up 20-10.
And think about the journey of Raheem Mostert and what he's traveled. That he has a 220-yard game, 4 touchdowns in the NFC title game that you just mentioned. But only getting 12 carries in the Super Bowl, I don't think in his wildest dreams he would have thought, I only got 12 carries in the Super Bowl? That tells you how valuable he became and what people will focus on. And don't forget Tevin Coleman, the great comeback from the dislocated shoulder against Green Bay in the title game. 5 carries, 28 yards in the Super Bowl. Came back to start that game. Showed a great amount of toughness. But they didn't run it nearly as much as we expected. And they ended up with the result that maybe was unexpected, too. A loss in the Super Bowl.
And some room to work. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 22 yards. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now this time Mahomes will throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They go play action. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Mahomes now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Stay in situation. Let's go.
Here's Mostert. And an alley to run. And boy, he is very close to a first down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl, 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get the bulk of carries. But did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. Did I see him catching one as well, 133 yards of total offense? Probably not. But give him his due, because now, in his postseason career, which is 6 games, 5 of them with Kansas City, 1 with Miami, he scored 11 touchdowns.
Wow.
So on the big stage, the big lights, he produces.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now it's Breida. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. To throw is Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. 20, 10, 5, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. This is Breida, and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
11.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. They run with Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Got the connection here to Bourne. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st down, Garoppolo going for the deep ball. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Mahomes now on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. D Ford. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage. This time a sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here's Breida. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly. I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. There's Garoppolo to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 25-yard line. Looking for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the handoff, this is Breida. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 25 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
21.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there for the Niners. 59 yards for him on the ground. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Not that time for Watkins. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 36, Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
One, Omaha.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Open man is born. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Now a desperation throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, and that'll bring up second down. That would give to Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah, that's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 71 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none, because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call play...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them.